Hi, Russell Bly with Liberty Health Network with some generic training to help you get started in your home-based business. You know, one of the things that's important when you're building a business is understanding, where you're going, but also taking inventory of what you've got right now. Because see, all of us, if we were to take a piece of paper and draw a little circle representing us and then draw another circle representing the things that we have, representing our house and representing our cars, we'd have all of these things in our circle, but maybe there's other things that we want. Maybe we want the bigger house. Maybe we want more money. Maybe we want a nicer car. Maybe we want to do things for our church or for our charity. And these are things that are out here. Well, how do we bring those things out here? We've got a couple things that we can do, but I think the easiest thing to do is to build a network. And when you think about it, networks increase in value as the number of people get added to the network. A great example is the fax machine. What good was one fax machine? One fax machine didn't do very much good. Now, suddenly when there were two fax machines, well, that was okay, but until there were lots of fax machines, until that whole network was built, there still wasn't much value to a fax machine. Well, that's the way networks work, because here's what happens. Let's say that this is your circle, and let's say that you know somebody over here and they've got their own circle. Now, their circle may not be as big as your circle. Your circle, you've got a lot of influence because you've been working at your job for 30 years. There's 10,000 employees where you work. But here's your nephew. He just started. He's a nobody in the company that he's working for. As far as clout in the company goes, he doesn't have a very large circle of people, doesn't drive a very big car, doesn't own a house, rents an apartment. His circle's relatively small, but you know what? His brother-in-law might be over here. His brother-in-law might be the CEO of a large company. And all of a sudden, here's his brother-in-law's circle. And his brother-in-law has other people that have their circles. And pretty soon, you start to fill in these circles. And what happens is these circles inevitably start to build your network and start to build you value that bring you everything that you want. But until you start to get out of your circle, until you start to get into other people's circles of influence, you're never going to get the things that you want to get. You're going to have to either increase your circle or your circle of influence or work through other people. And I could tell you, it's a lot easier to work through other people. One of the easiest ways to do this is what we call sponsor your weakness. You know what? If you're broke, but you got a lot of time, work with somebody that maybe has a lot of money, but doesn't have much time, and you could work through their circles. Just look for the things that you don't have and add those people to your circle, and all of a sudden you start to develop a network that starts to give you everything that you want.